Hi, hello students. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. Today we are going to discuss the another lesson in class 6 of English subject. The lesson number is fly, the lesson number is 5 and the lesson name is plant a tree. Okay, today we are going to discuss the lesson plant a tree. Before getting into the lesson, if you have not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel for more details and for more updates of the new lessons videos. And if you have any doubts, please show your doubts in the comment section and please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, before getting into the lesson, let's have a picture discussion about this lesson. The lesson, before the starting of the lesson only, they have given one picture. See, we can see the picture over here. Look at the picture and discuss the questions that follow. So they has given one picture in this lesson. The picture shows what? One of the tree and one lady is standing over here and two girls and one of the person who is carrying the axe and trying to cut the tree, and these people are standing in front of the tree and stopping this person to stop cutting the trees. Okay, this picture is showing somewhat similarity about the importance of the trees and how it is going to important in our daily lives, and what is the uses of the trees, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the trees, plantation of the trees. Let's we have a discussion about the trees. Okay, beyond to this and down of the picture there are given some of the questions. Okay, the first question, what do you see in the picture? So they're asking the first question, what they're asking, what do you see in the picture? So what is this picture represents for? What are the activities are going in the picture and what are the items are represented in the picture? Okay, so there is a tree, there are some of the ladies standing over here, and there is one person who is carrying the axe and trying to kill this tree, try to cut this tree. Like that, some of the pictures has been presented in this diagram. Okay, second question, what do you like, dislike in this? So on this picture, of seeing this picture, what do you like in this picture and what do you dislike in this picture? So plantation of the tree, plantation, plant a tree is a like only, and dislike means what? Cutting of the trees. Okay, cutting of the trees is a dislike and planting a tree is a like of the like. Okay, third question, what would happen if all the trees were cut down? So coming in upcoming days, if all the trees were cut down, okay, after cutting off all the trees, what we can see? We can see after cutting off all the trees, the land will be like a desert only. Okay, in the desert we can see a single tree also, we cannot able to see a single tree in the desert like Rajasthan. Okay, example for the desert is a Rajasthan. Okay, like that only, what will happen if we go on cutting of the trees day by day, day by day, day by day, one by one, what will happen? Okay, like that they are asking the question. Fourth question, how are trees helpful to everyone living on the earth? So how the trees are going to helpful to everyone? What are their uses? What are their useful activities in daily living cells? I mean to say, what are their activities in the daily activities? Like that they are asking. So every person is a helpful for the trees, and trees also helpful to us, to the every person. So what are their uses and what are their advantages, disadvantages? So everything they are asking. So before knowing these questions, and if you are supposed to answer to these questions, you have to listen the lesson carefully. Okay, after listening the lesson completely with carefully, you can answer these questions thoroughly. Okay, before getting into the lesson, so what is the meaning of plant? Okay, what is the meaning of plant? So here the lesson name is what, ma? Plant a tree. Okay, plant, what is the meaning of plant? Plant means it is a living organism, okay, such as trees, shrubs, or that typically grows in soil or water. okay, which possess leaves and roots and produce its own food through photosynthesis. Okay, it is an one of the living organism which has been processed with the leaves and the roots and produces its own food through the photosynthesis. Okay, now we are starting the lesson. Turn the page. Ready. Trees are the most useful things in the world. So what they are saying, trees are the one of the most useful things in the world. They are saying trees are one of the most useful things in the world. Okay, children play under them. So usually the children will be playing under the tree, like a bat ball, cricket, or hide and seek games. Like that the children will be playing, and the old age persons also, they used to lay under the tree for some time in the mid afternoon, like that. So at that time they can lay under the tree for naps, small nap. Travelers rest in their cool shade. So that only I am saying, no, the travelers and the old age people, they will be also sitting under the tree for the cool shade. Okay, for the cool shade and for fresh air. Okay, trees give us fruits to eat and firewood to burn. So what are the uses of trees? The trees will be giving us fruits to eat. Okay, they will give you the fruits to eat and firewood to burn. Okay, what is the meaning of firewood here? Firewood means any wooden material, typically logs, branches, or timber, okay, that is collected, cut and dried to be burned as a fuel for heat, cooking, or in a fireplace. So usually due to the shortage of gases, or usually if we go in the villages also, most people will be using this firewood sticks only for the cooking purpose. Okay, they will be keeping the firewood sticks. With the help of the sticks they used to cook the food. With the help of the sticks and with the help of the fire they used to cook the food. Okay, we build houses and make furniture with the wood of the trees. So with the wood of the trees, what will be doing? We used to build the furniture. Okay, and the houses also. For construction of the house also, we need the trees help. Okay, we need the wood of the trees. Okay, we need the some of the wood for the construction of the houses, and usually for the furniture also, to make the furniture also, we need the trees. Okay, we need trees for our life. So usually for our daily life purpose also, we need our trees. Okay, if there were no trees, there would be no life on the earth. So if there is no trees, there would be no life on the earth. Why? Because we are that much addicted to trees. Okay, for our daily activities also we need the trees. Okay, for paper we need the trees, for rubber we need the trees, for furniture we need the trees. Okay, to build a construction of the house also we need the trees. Okay, for eating also, to get the fruits we need the trees. Okay, to cook the food, for firewood also we need the trees. Like that, without a tree there is nothing on the earth, and we cannot live on the earth. Okay, living things, people and animals breathe in air. So if you want to breathe the air also, will get oxygen from the trees only. The oxygen will be released from the trees only. So if you want to live on the earth, even the people or the animals also, okay, you are supposed to live on the earth, means you have to grow the trees. Okay, they breathe in oxygen from the air and breathe out carbon dioxide. So what they are saying, so usually the human beings and the animals, we will be breathing, we will be intaking the oxygen from the air, and will explode. It's nothing but we will release the carbon dioxide. Okay, that they are saying. If all the oxygen in the air was used up, leaving only the carbon dioxide, what would happen to all of us? So without a trees, if we go on cutting on the trees, okay, usually the oxygen will be produced with the help of the trees only. If we go on cutting on the trees, the oxygen will be stopped. So usually if we go on taking the carbon dioxide only without oxygen, what would be happen for every person? What is going to be happen? Is it harmful for us only? No, that only they are saying. Okay, everyone would die. So without oxygen, no person is going to alive on this earth, because oxygen is that much important for every human being to breathe in and breathe out to their lifespan. Okay, but trees help us to live. So the trees will help us to live with the help of releasing of the oxygen. Okay, they breathe in the carbon dioxide from the air and let oxygen out into the air. So usually whatever the carbon dioxide will be released from the animals and the peoples, okay, the trees will be taking those carbon dioxide and they will release the oxygen into the air, so that it will be helpful for all the animals as well as the people. Okay, with the help of the sunlight, they break up carbon dioxide into carbon and oxygen. So with the help of the sunlight only, they will break the carbon dioxide into two parts. What is that? Carbon is a one element and the oxygen is a one element. They will divide this carbon dioxide into two elements in the form of carbon and oxygen. With the help of what? With the help of sunlight. Okay, they use the carbon to make starch and let the oxygen out into air. So they use the carbon to make starch and let the oxygen out into the air. Okay, what is the meaning of oxygen here? Oxygen means it's a colorless and odorless and tasteless gas which is essential for life. Okay, formulating roughly 21% of the earth's atmosphere. So oxygen is, it is a colorless, it is a odorless, and it is a one of the tasteless gas which is for essential for our daily life. Okay, for example, if we can see the air also, air is colorless and it is also tasteless and it is also odorless, but its sense is very important. No, we have to breathe in and breathe out. It's nothing but the air only. No, that is only here oxygen also. It is also one of the gas in the air element. Okay, which is very essential for the lifespan for every living organism. Okay, starch. What is the meaning of starch? Okay, before getting into the starch, we have to know about the carbon dioxide also. Okay, what is meaning of the carbon dioxide? It is also same a colorless and odorless greenhouse gas composed of one carbon atom bounded to two oxygen atoms. It is essential for life, used by plants for photosynthesis, but also a major driver of climate change when released in excess through fossil fuel combustion and respiration. So usually this carbon dioxide is also a one of the odorless and colorless and greenhouse gas composition which is used for the plants in the photosynthesis process. Okay, in the photosynthesis process, when it was released the excess through fossil fuels composition of the respiration. Okay, and what is the meaning of starch here? See, this is a starch. No, starch, let me know what is a starch. It is a white, tasteless, odorless, complex carbohydrate produced by green plants as their main energy storage. So usually this is one of the gas which is produced by the green plants as their main energy source, and which is very tasteless and odorless. Okay, complex of the carbohydrate. Okay, which is the main energy of the source of the green plants. Okay, see here we can follow the one of the picture has been given at the down of the first panel. No, see it is a tree and this is a person, this is tree, this is person, and here one of like respiration, carbon dioxide, photosynthesis, oxygen. So this whole process is known as what? Photosynthesis. Okay, this whole process is known as photosynthesis. Here from the person we are releasing the carbon dioxide. Okay, the persons and the animals will, all the living organisms will be giving the carbon dioxide. Again this carbon dioxide will be taken by the trees. Okay, these trees will be taking the carbon dioxide and process the and giving the output in the form of the oxygen. Okay, the trees will be giving the oxygen, we are giving the carbon dioxide. The trees, after the process, that process is known as what? Photosynthesis. Okay, taking the carbon dioxide with the help of the sunlight and giving the output in the form of the oxygen, and this oxygen will be taken again by the persons, all the living organisms. That process is known as respiration. Respiration means what? Intaking and outtaking. Breathe in, breathe out of the, breathe in and breathe out of air. Okay, we are releasing the carbon dioxide gas, and with the help of the sunlight the trees will be absorb this carbon dioxide gas, and with the whole the process, with the help of the sunlight the photosynthesis process will be occurred from the trees, and after releasing the oxygen gas from the trees, and this oxygen gas will be taken by the all the living organisms in the form of the respiration. This whole process is known as photosynthesis. Okay, got it ma? Next, turn the page. Okay. Trees make all the starch in the world. Okay, starch is the most important part of our food. Without trees we will not have any starch to eat. So trees make all the starch in the world. Well, now only we have discussed the starch. Now what is the meaning of starch? It is in a white color, which is very tasteless and odorless, and a complex of carbohydrates which are produced by the green plants, okay, as their main source of energy storage. So which is it is one of the element which is produced by the greenery plants, which is very tasteless and odorless. Okay, it is also one of the carbohydrate product only, which is tasteless and odorless. Okay, and trees make all the starch in the world. Okay, starch is one of the important part of our food. So it is one of the important part in our daily consumption of the food. It is also one of the important part. They are saying without trees we will not have any starch at all. So the starch is the element which has been produced with the help of the trees only. So humans are cannot be done, and all the living organisms cannot make the starch. Only the non-living organisms, only the trees can make the starch. So without starch there is no food to eat also, like that they are saying. Okay, trees help us to get rains. So with the help of the with the help of the trees only we will get the rains also. Okay, the leaves of trees breathe out lot of water vapor into the air. So the trees of water vapor process also we know now. Same as like with the photosynthesis only, the water vapor process will also be done. Okay, the leaves of the trees breathe. So the trees will also one of the living organism only. Why? Because they will also breathe, they will intake the carbon dioxide and they will release the oxygen. So the leaves, whatever the leaves will be there for the tree, no, they will breathe anamata, they will breathe. Okay, the trees breathe, leaves of the trees breathe out a lot of water vapor into the air. So in the form of the water vapor into the air. Okay, this make the air cool. So when they breathe out, no, the air will be in a cooling formation. In that cooling formation also we will getting the rains. The cool air helps to the rainfall. That cooling nature will help to the rainfall to get the rains. Okay, rains give us water. What will give? The rain give us water. Obviously no one can live without water, and we need trees to get water. So without water nobody can live. Without a food a person can be live, but nobody, without a single drop of water nobody can be live. Not only a person, even the animals also cannot live without a water. So how many uses are tried with the trees? Now we have come to know that there is a circulation of the oxygen. Okay, they will release the oxygen for their livelihood. With the trees we can make the furnitures. Okay, for our daily life activities also we need the trees, like for paper making, for rubbers making, for furniture making. Okay, for paper making, for rubbers making, for furniture making also we need the trees. Okay, and apart from that, to get the oxygen also we are supposed to uh, plant the trees. So in the oxygen, okay, in the main level of the oxygen process also trees will play a very important role. And for getting the rains also we need the trees. Why? Because with the help of their breathing of the tree leaves, okay, they will release the cool air into the air. With the help of the cool air, the atmosphere will become the cool, and it will result to help and it will result for the rainfall. That rainfall will give us the water. Okay, without the water nobody will be live on the earth. Okay, everybody will die without the water, not only the people, even the animals and everything also. So not the water is not only for the people and the animals, even for the trees also they require the water. Okay, trees have many more uses. Not only these uses, the trees have so many uses, they are saying. Okay, the rubber trees grows in many parts of the world. So the rubber is also made, usually the rubber, what rubber usually we will be using in the study purpose? No, eraser. Rubber is a sense of eraser. Okay, that eraser will be made with the help of the trees only. Okay, the rubber trees grows in many parts of the world. So in many parts of the world the rubber trees will be growing, they are saying. Okay, from the sap of this tree we get rubber. Okay, from the sap of this tree. Okay, what is the meaning of sap? We'll have a look at the meaning of sap. Tree sap is a vital water based fluid that circulates through a tree's vascular system, acting as its blood to transport water, nutrients and sugars essential for growth and health. So what they are saying, sap means it is a one of the fluid type also. Like in our human body also, what is the fluid? Our blood is a fluid, no, in our human body. Like that, it is also, sap is also a water based fluid. So if you cut the tree, we can see the water at the beneath. Okay, in this we can see, at the down the picture. Okay, at the down the picture we can see that in this picture we can see here, this, it is the stem, at the down of the picture, this is known as a sap. Okay, at the down of the, near the roots, after cutting of the tree we can see the water near the stem and matter. Okay, vascular system acting as a blood. So how our body will be acting as a blood? Our blood will be acting as a fluid system in the human body. So like that also the trees will be acting in the water. The water will be acting as a fluid system for there. Okay, to get the nutrients and the sugars which are essential for the growth of the health. So for their essential growth, for the essential growth of the trees also. Okay, like that they are saying. Rubbers is very useful. So rubber is one of the thing which is very useful. It is one of the daily activity. Rubber is also very useful. For many kinds we will be using the rubbers. Okay, some trees like eucalyptus give us medicine. So some of the trees, with the help of the trees, will be getting the medicine also. Example, you can take the neem tree, which is very useful. Neem tree, aloe vera tree and eucalyptus tree. There are so many trees. Okay, every leaf and every tree is used in the medicine purpose also. Okay, to cure the so many diseases. Okay, to cure some of the diseases also they will be requiring the trees. Okay, in South America there is a tree called the cow tree. So in South America one of the tree is called cow tree. Okay, what is the meaning of cow tree? Okay, cow tree means it is primarily found in Amazon basin and northern South America, that produces thick, edible and nutritious milky sap. So usually sap, what we got, that sap, with the help of the sap only we have been getting the rubber, So in the milky sap, so here cow tree means, though usually that tree will be getting the milky sap in the form of the milk, the sap will be getting in the form of the milk. Okay, people drink the sap and this tree instead of milk. Okay, it is less expensive than milk. People drink the sap of this tree instead of milk. So instead of milk, the people used to drink that sap milk of the tree. Okay, which is very expensive of the milk. Okay, usually which is very low budget whereas compared to the ordinary milk. Okay, how long can a big tree live? So they are asking a question, how long can a big tree live? Whether there is a age of the tree also, like human beings. Usually the human beings will be living for 40 years, 60 years, 70 years, 100 years, like that human beings also live, no? So like the trees will also be live. What is the age of the tree? Like that they are asking. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. What do you know? Anybody know? How many years the trees will be alive? How many months the trees will be alive? Nobody knows. Okay, some trees have already lived for more than 4,000 years. So some of the trees have lived for more than 4,000 years ago. There are more than 5,000 years ago trees also there. There are more than hundreds of the hundred years of the trees also there. So like that, thousands of the year trees there, hundreds of the years trees there, days of the years trees there. We cannot say the tree can be alive for certain years like that. Okay, they can live for 5 to 6,000 years more. So the tree can be lived for more than 5 to 6,000 years. Okay, they can live for 5 to 6,000 years and more also. Some of them will live as long as 10,000 years. So not only for 5,000 years, not only for 6,000 years. Okay, they can live more than 10,000 years also. Not only 5 or 6, they can live more than 10,000 years also. We cannot expect the lifespan of a trees like that they are saying. Okay, there is a tree called General Sherman. Okay, in California in America. So there is a one of the tree with an, what is the tree name is a General Sherman. Okay, in California in America. Okay, it is a huge evergreen tree which is a very big and very huge evergreen tree. Okay, okay, it is said to be several thousand years old. So that tree is said to be like a several thousand years ago tree they are saying. Okay, what is the meaning of this General Sherman tree? Let's we have a look about the General Sherman tree. Okay, General Sherman is mostly common referred to the largest known living single system tree on earth by volume, which is located in Sequoia National Park in California. It is again Sukia estimated by 2200 to 2700 years old and was named in 1879 after Civil War. Oh my God, it is really the oldest and oldest tree. Okay, which is more than 2700 and 2200 to 2700 years old tree, which is very huge and evergreen tree, which is located in America. Okay, America in California place. Okay, it is said to be several thousand years old, which is very old tree. Okay, turn the page. How do we know the age of a tree? How do you know the age of a tree? Do you anybody know age of the tree? Okay, as a human being, we can know our age. Okay, today I am 20, tomorrow I am 30. Okay, this year I am 20 years, next year I am 21 years. Like that, everybody will know their ages. So, how do you know about the tree age? Like that, they are asking. Okay, does trees have birthdays? Like we will be celebrating no birthdays for every year. We used to celebrate our birthdays by calling our friends. We used to make fun and parties like that. Trees will also celebrate their birthdays, they are asking. Yes, they do. Why not? They will also celebrate the birthday parties. They will also have their ages. Like that they are saying. They even get gifts on their birthdays. They get rings. So what they are saying? Yeah, like we will be celebrating birthdays, no? Usually the trees will also celebrate the birthday parties. How we will be getting the gifts on the birthday parties? Like that also they will be also getting the gifts in the form of what? In the form of rings. Okay, they used to get the rings for their birthday parties. Who used to get the rings here? The trees used to get the rings as their birthday gifts. Okay, every year a tree grows a little bigger. So usually when you plant a tree, it will be in a small size. Okay, like a puppy dog only, it will be in a small size. Whenever the years goes on, whenever the years goes on, days goes on, okay, how you are pouring, I mean to say, how you are putting the water and how you are taking the care of the plant, no, like that it is going to grow the little bigger. As it grows, the truck gets another layer of wood. Okay, it gets another ring. So usually when the tree is growing by day, usually the stems will be growing, the branches will be growing, like that the another rings will be also growing. And the rings is nothing but the small sticks which is located for the some of the stems. Okay, you cannot see the rings because they are inside the tree. So usually we cannot see the rings which are inside the tree. Okay, usually we can see in this picture, no, in the before picture, see here the rings will be here. See how they are getting here, rounds like that. The rings will be getted in full of the tree, inside of the tree. So usually if we cut the tree only, we can see those rings. Okay, from the outside we cannot see those rings, they are saying. But if you carefully look at the truck and cut down the tree, you will find the rings. So that only I am saying, no. So after cutting the tree only, if you see the beneath of the tree at the near the root level, you can see the rings of the trees. Okay, one ring indicates 1 year. So if the tree has been got only the one ring, you can indicate it as a 1 year. If more than the one rings, you can count and you can indicate the age of the tree. Okay, some trees can live only for the 5 to 10 years. So usually some trees will be living for only for 5 to 10 years. Okay, but some can live for 100 or even thousands of the years, like General Sherman. So not only some trees, but even the after so many trees will be living for thousands of the years, like General Sherman trees. Okay, not only the tree leaves for, some trees will living for how many years, like some trees will live for 5 to 10 years, but some trees will live for thousands years. For some trees will live for 100 years, some trees will live for some of the days. Okay, like that we cannot find out the lifespan of a tree. If we cut the tree, you can see you can see near the truck of, okay, you can see after the cutting the tree, you can see find out the rings. Okay, near the truck only you can find out the ring of the tree. With the help of the ring only you can find out the age of the tree. Okay, man cuts down hundreds of trees every year and build houses to make furniture, to cook food and to make paper. So usually day by day we are seeing that so many mans are cutting the trees on the roads also. Okay, usually on the roads and usually on the streets and usually on the areas, they will be cutting the trees for the what purpose? To build the houses, to make the paper, to make the rubbers, okay, to make the furnitures, to cook the food. Okay, like that they are using this cutting of the trees in the form of all these activities. Okay, if they continue, if this continue, one day there will be no more trees in the world. What will happen then? Okay, we all will die. So usually if we go on continuing like this process only, one day all the trees will die. Okay, we'll stop taking into the oxygen, all the carbon dioxide gas will be released, all the living organisms start dying one by one. Okay, like that, without the help of the trees only we are alive on this earth. We have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to breathe in and breathe out for ourselves. Okay, like that we have to pray for the trees, which are giving very oxygen to if we go on cutting on the trees, one day we will also die, like that they are saying. Okay, so what shall we do? Now we are what supposed to do? So if you want to stop all these activities, what you are supposed to do? We should avoid cutting trees as far as possible. So you are supposed to avoid the cutting of the trees, which is as far as possible. As far as possible, stop the cutting of the trees. Meanwhile, we must plant a lot of trees. Apart from this, start planting the trees. Okay, planting of a tree is a result giving to birth of a tree. Okay, you are giving a birth to one of the tree if you plant a tree, like that. Okay, everyone of us should plant at least one tree every year. So everyone should plant at least one tree for every year. So everyone should plant at least one tree for every year. From this lesson, we have come to know the uses of the tree, and every person should praise for the trees, and every person stop cutting of the trees, and every person has to plant a tree, which is very essential for our environment. Okay, without trees we are alive on this earth. Okay, with the help of the trees only we are alive on this earth, and with the help of the oxygen only we are taking the breathe in and breathe out process. Okay, like that we have been completed this chapter. And next, I hope you all the people has understood this chapter very well. If you have any doubts in this lesson, please show me your doubts in the comment section below, and hope you with good, and catch you in the next lesson with a new chapter. If you have any doubts, please show your doubts in the comment section. If you have not subscribed our channel, please do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos and for more updates. Catch you on the next lesson with a new chapter, and thank you very much for every person for listening this lesson.